are live. What's up, everybody? How are you doing? And welcome to the Chapman Show. I am your host, Joe Chapman, aka the Little Juggernaut. And as always, I want to have a good show, a good podcast, and the biggest art premieres in history. Just in case you have not subscribed to the Chapman Show, hit me up on YouTube, Joel Chapman, the Chapman Show, or the Chapman Show on Facebook. And today we have MMA fighter Shauna Lubbers. And without further ado, give it up for Shauna Lubbers. What's up, Shauna? How you doing?
Hey, Joe, long time no see, baby.
I know, long time no see. What's been up?
Man, since I left Michigan, I ain't seen a whole lot of you, but, just living the dream out here working day in and day out.
See, I didn't actually know that you moved away from Michigan. Where'd you move to?
Seattle.
Oh, okay. How long have you been there?
Oh, come on. I've been out of the game, or else you would have heard me speaking, haven't you? Heard me talk when I was around. I mean, when I was promoting, you couldn't miss me, so I must be gone because it's been quiet.
That's true.
3 years.
Oh, okay.
3 years in October I've been out here.
See,
yeah.
I don't know if you remember when I had a bad show and I kind of disappeared. So I was gone out of the game for
Bro,
a
I
while.
was at that show. I walked Darren Cruikshank out, bro.
Oh.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. I was really stressed
I was trying
out.
to calm him down like it's not Joe's fault. Shit gets crazy. It's not Joe's fault. He's a good man. Come on, Darren. Let's go. I'll lock you in your car, bro. It's all right.
Darren is still kind of. I did him a portrait not too long ago, so me and Darren we pretty cool now. But like that's my guy.
Nothing says I'm sorry like free art.
That's true. That is so true. Okay, now I don't want to just jump into everything. We got to ease into things. Like it's like foreplay. You got to ease into it a little bit. So.
Right, gotta grease it up a little bit, man. Grease it up a little bit.
So tell me about like what made you decide to actually want to become a fighter? Like how did that even take place?
So, okay, well, I came home. I lived out here from 2010 to end of 2012. I went home from college to visit in September.
Wait 1 second. You're breaking up a little bit.
I came home. Sorry about that. I might have some patchy service, but I came home because my mom was going to pass away. And when I came home, my mother did pass away. And I don't know if you know this, but Cameron Snyder is my nephew.
Oh, so, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's my sister's only son. So he's my nephew. And when I came home, so I, like you, he's a traditional martial arts vet. So I had already had 20 years into a traditional style before I ever thought about stepping into MMA. And to be honest with you, I only stepped into MMA because my nephew was training under Shane Martin at the time, and the gym MXC up in Nuevo was getting ready to close down, and those up north guys didn't have anywhere to train. And I needed some sort of event, some sort of a focus for the way I was feeling behind my mom passing away. So I said, well, I got Cameron Snyder and Bo Vincent and a bunch of people together, and I said, let's throw together a little gym, man. Let's work out. And that's all it was ever supposed to be. And then Pitbull was born. And then, boom, we're on the scene. We got 30, 40 fighters. I think, the most female fighters for a while in all of West Michigan. I had a pretty big team. It just kind of blew up. And that's how it all got started. Just me and to hit a bag and get some work in because we were frustrated and feeling some type of way behind my mom dying. And that was the birth of Pitbull MMA.
Wow. See, that's a very powerful story. I had no idea. Like I've seen you around, but like I don't actually know your story. So this is an awesome podcast because I get a chance to actually learn quite a bit about you. So
sure.
Wow.
So we brought in Cameron was basically the ground guy because he was a career wrestler and a really good ground man. We brought in Bo Vincent to be our boxing guy because he was a junior Olympian boxer and a pro boxer at the time, Bo and Joel. They had trained with another buddy of mine that used to be kind of a big deal from up in that area too, Troy Rollins. And so we just kind of got the best of what we could that was up north and available for people who had a background. I had a background in Bushido, which made me a pretty effective kicking and striking coach. And so we just kind of collaborated our efforts, and that's where it came from. And then I got involved with like Rich Miller and those guys over there, and I started throwing shows, and that's how it all went down. You know, that's how it all happened.
That makes sense. That makes sense. How did you actually? Because I know you and Sheena are very close. How did you actually meet Sheena? Do you remember?
Yes, I do. So I fought grit. I fought justice. And Sheena came down with justice.
Oh, okay.
And those fights, because I know that you remember the fights between me and Justice were brutal.
Yes,
I mean, they were just bangers.
They were.
After those fights, we couldn't do shit but respect each other, and we became training partners. I mean, to this day, Sheena and Justice are now, you know, years later, a lot more like family. Justice has been to my house, gatherings and holidays. Sheena's like a sister to me. We just kind of met and had a mutual respect for each other after those fights, and we just built a bond. We got closer over the years, and I think that Sheena Starr is one of the best people in Michigan MMA, and I think that she helped me and guided me. She helped me with all my shows, man. She always was in my corner for that, doing work for free, doing everything for free, teaching me all the ropes for free. And so I just learned to love and respect her over time because she does so much for the sport.
She does. She does. Sheena is definitely awesome. I know I feel bad with everything that just happened. I know she just lost her dad. My heart and my condolences definitely go out to her big time. You know, that's just so sad because she seemed like she was a daddy's girl too. You know, I don't think I ever got a chance to meet her dad.
Sheena's very family oriented, and her family, particularly her mom and dad, have always been such a driving force in her life when it comes to her career as an MMA fighter, her career as a mother. I mean, they've been there for her to no end with the kids, and they've been her number one support, her number one fans all along. And this is a big loss for Sheena, but she's made of the tough shit, you know, and she's real resilient. She will bounce back. And she will bounce back better than ever. I believe that about her.
Okay, good. I know. Positive vibes, and like I said, condolences to Sheena. Okay, now we're getting ready to switch gears. We're getting ready to switch to the more savage gear because I don't know.
Let's get the fuck into it.
Let's get into it. We kind of warmed up to it. I don't know the story because I was a little depressed when everything was going down. I was depressed bad. And I didn't watch MMA. I didn't want anything to do with MMA. I was barely on Facebook, and it was a lot of drama that happened when I was gone. So, you know, I interviewed Sheena, and at the end she called out Ashley Gambino, and then I cut a little post up and I posted it, and all hell broke loose. And then Trap and you start getting into it. So what is the history and what is the background? How did all this drama start? I'm very curious. I have no idea. Can you enlighten me?
Sure. Backstory is this. I was running Pitbull. I was running Doghouse. We were doing great. It was right after the Off the Leash show in Greenville that went over phenomenally. I got a message from Trap, whose real name, by the way, is Travis Long, not Trap Gambino.
Oh.
I got a message from Trap saying that he really liked what I do. He thinks that me and him are the same. We should collaborate because he sees that I have a lot of female fighters on my squad. And at the time I did. I believe I had 7 or 8 female Amis. I need to come down to Ohio. He's going to put me onto this gym, all this kind of shit. And then I started to, you know, I played into it, I guess, for a little bit. Hey, man, we can collab. Yeah, we can get together, have a meeting, whatever, you know. I wasn't exactly sure what we were going to do for a training method from Michigan to Ohio, but I was willing to hear the dude out if he wanted to collab on some out-of-state shows, because this is pre-sanctioned.
Right.
So I listened to him. He's basically on Pitbull's nuts. He wants my fighters, man. He wants me to bring the girls down. He's gonna do these. He's gonna bring in these high-level trainers into these high-level gyms. He's gonna pull sponsors for these girls and all this kind of stuff. And you know, it all sounds good in the talking stages. It was all glitter and gold, but then one by one, he started singly hitting up these female fighters on his own without going through the proper venues and talking to their fucking coaches and managers, i.e. me, Sheena, a few other people that were dealing with these female fighters in separate different gyms, a couple of girls from Rich Miller's gym. And then we find out that the girl that he has helping him pull, named Ashley Gambino, Ashley Patrell, they're
Wait 1 second. You're breaking up a little bit. You're breaking up a little bit.
have a gym. They're not married. He's not a fighter. They don't have a gym.
Oh.
And he lives in his mom's basement. I started looking it up. I hit him up. I'm like, bro, are you living in your mom's basement? You don't even own a gym. You're not even throwing shows. Like, what kind of sunshine are you trying to blow up my ass right now?
Right.
Then I find out that he's hitting up a girl that I had actually recently split with that had moved out of my house into her parents' house, like trying to start a relationship with her. And once we figured that out, Sheena called me up and said, well, that's not just the half of it. He's trying to lure all kinds of girls down there. And I just got a message from somebody involved in a gym, showing me that he had sent an underage female a picture of his penis.
Oh.
Now, with that, I haven't seen the picture because I can't imagine any girl I'd rather look at less.
Right.
But I can tell you this. Sheena said she saw it with her own eyes. She has the name of the young lady, and it is absolutely unequivocal that he sent a picture of his penis to a 16-year-old girl.
Wow.
Now, what he was trying to do was, he was saying that he was going to build a female fighter empire. But his tricks to doing it was basically just a backdoor pimping maneuver. Because he wants to have these girls go out to hotel rooms and simulate MMA fights and oil wrestle with men for money to fund this operation that he's trying to start.
Wow.
That's not MMA. That's fucking pimping.
It is. I agree.
So, with that being said, we find Ashley Patrell, his supposed wife, on Backpage and every other whole venue. Reviews left online for her taking money from people for supposedly supposed to be oil wrestling with them and giving them massages in hotel rooms and taking their money and not a 9-month pregnant woman out on a strip in Las Vegas fighting people for money and thinking that shit's cute. Once we figured out what a fraud he was, we started alerting WMMA fighters, hey, watch out for this guy. Well, then it became about something different. I was mad because he was trying to fuck somebody I used to be with. Look, I was polyamorous for years. I'm the last motherfucker on earth to be jealous. If I had it, you can get it for $1 if I don't want it. And I don't give a fuck if you play with my old toys.
Right.
But don't step to my fighters disrespectful and try to get them to come down to your encampment and try to put them in bad situations when you're dealing with young women in my MMA community. Because up here, we are tight-knit and we will shut you down.
Wow. Wow. Because I mean, I seen the arguments online. It got really bad. Like, I mean, y'all were going back and forth, back and forth.
He's a racist. He hates gay people. He pretends to be fucking Italian. I'm here to tell you, being fat does not make you Italian. You can't just be Italian because you're 400 pounds. That is not how the fucking world works. Neither one of those people, she might be Italian because her last name's Patrell, but he's just a fat Dutch kid. I don't know why he's trying to lie, okay? So, you have to wonder about a person that lies to people to get them to a gym that they don't have, runs around telling people that they're married to somebody that they're not, and has been absolutely caught with his bitch on Backpage hoeing for money and telling young girls he's loose and sexually a funded organization he's trying to get going to give them the best possible shot at being fucking UFC fighters. He's a sick fucking joke, and he needs to be in fucking prison. for being a fucking pedophile.
Wow. Wow. So that is so crazy. So he sent a picture of his you know what to like an underage girl. Why didn't nobody say anything? Why wasn't like no prosecution? Like what even happened with that? This that's very disturbing.
When she's available to answer that question, that would be a question for Sheena. She did explain it to me one time, but to tell you the truth, I don't exactly recall why it didn't go any further. I don't remember if somehow he got out of it or somehow he couldn't be. I don't know. That's a question for her. But I can tell you unequivocally that the picture did show up on a minor's phone, and that she was an upcoming jiu-jitsu practitioner that was looking very promising going into the adult female MMA world, and possibly even on the Invicta level and higher levels, and that was his interest in her. So, yeah, he's a trip, and he's gross.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, he even the ex he tried to hook up with, he wanted, video chat sex and all this kind of shit. I think he's just a fucking weirdo that's trying to low key pimp some chicks out to build himself an empire because he thinks that's what makes him cool.
I get you. So does this girl actually have decent boxing skills? I mean, what was Ashley's background?
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Have you watched the videos of him or her?
No. I watched it.
Man, you know and I know that every single strike you throw is three things. Okay?
Okay.
It's a strike, it's a block, and it's a slip. He can't throw one good punch. Not one good fucking punch. He's throwing shit from his fat ass chest. Everything she does is nasty and ugly. They can't box, they can't fight. I guarantee you. He even likes to step to me, because he's got a real big pride problem with women like me. If you're a dominant woman in any way, he aims to tear you down and make you feel small. But I'll fight that fat bitch any day and hand him his ass, because his hands look like garbage and he has cardio zero. And I'm here to tell you that his girlfriend can't fight either. And at any point she wants to take on Sheena Starr, she'd be stepping in the cage with the only person that could ever help her career get any further, because she is a goddamn joke. She is a joke. I will cut the weight myself until go on a crack diet and hand that bitch her ass. Or else I will send out my wife, my real wife, who's a real fighter, to hand her ass. Right behind my sister, handing her ass. She can come get her ass handed anytime. We'll fly to Las Vegas. We'll fly to frickin' Paris. We'll fly to frickin' Netherlands. Wherever she wants to get that ass whooped, we will show the fuck up. She can't book no fight because she ain't got no record. Trap Gambino's not a coach. He's never walked a real fighter to a fight. He tries to act like we're on the same level, but my gym at one time held 18 scraps. He's never even walked a fighter to a fight. His wife is no fighter. She's a bum sideshow from Fremont Street, just like the rest of the hoes out there.
Oh my God. So what's this Fremont Street stuff? Like, is that a place where girls...
It's a sideshow, brother. They're down in Vegas with an 80s style boombox sitting out on the sidewalk. And when people walk by, she tries to get them to throw money into a hat to spar with her for a few minutes. It's ugly. It's disrespectful. She's a monkey with a fucking symbol in her hand. It's ridiculous. They're ridiculous. I can't believe she came for Sheena. Are you kidding me? Sheena has had more fights than that bitch has had birthdays. And she came for Sheena.
Good Lord. So do you think the fight is actually going to happen?
I don't know, but if it doesn't, can you book us on some WWE tap-in shit? Because me and Sheena will take her and Trap all day. Tap me in, bitch. Let me elbow Patrick Starr. I'm on it.
Now, do you think that you're actually ever going to run into him? Because he's good at... He blocked me. Like I was actually going to get an interview with him.
I went to background search and found his fucking address. I have his phone number, his address, his last fucking residence, all of it. I offered to show up at his house in Ohio 3 fucking years ago, and the bitch wouldn't give me the address to show up to the door. He's a punk. He's a punk. He's a fake. He's a fraud. He's a black stain on fucking female MMA.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, this is so savage. I knew it was gonna get savage, and I can tell you,
Okay.
I can tell you like,
Fight me, Trap. Fight me, Trap. Your arms look like shit. Your hands are garbage. Fight me, Trap. Fight my girl, Ashley. You're a bum. You're a fucking bum.
wow, wow. Cause now I seen, okay, we got a a few minutes left, but they were saying somebody sent me this, and I wasn't even gonna bring it up. I'm not gonna probably cut this post, but they cut this clip, of course, because I mean it has to do with Sheena. But they were saying that if they do fight Sheena, they donate half the money to like for her dad's funeral. I was just like, they trying to make it seem like they're the like the good guys. What do you got to say about that? Yeah. Yeah, like somebody sent me that, literally inboxed me that. They were like, if she accepts the fight, we'd donate half the purse. And I was just like, whoa. I was like, I'm not sending that to Sheena. I told her, I was like, I'm not sending that to Sheena. But I figured I would tell you about it.
You talking about a promoter said that, or Ashley and them said that?
Trap said that. Trap made a Facebook status.
You tell Trap that if Ashley fights Sheena, she better save the money for her own fucking funeral.
Oh man.
His punches is so ugly, I wouldn't beat him after midnight.
So, oh my goodness. Okay, one of my friends, they got a little upset because they said that Sheena made fun of her when she was pregnant. Now, was she pregnant in that photo? That she made.
Yeah, she was. And she was out on Fremont Street fighting people for fucking money in a hat. So I'd say she disrespected herself. And the Gollum-looking bitch had it coming. If you can't respect yourself as a woman, nobody else will either.
That's true. That's true.
It's not our job to respect her after she called Sheena out. And then we're supposed to show compassion because she's out here 9 months pregnant boxing on Fremont Street like some dumb bitch. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Ooh, man. Oh my goodness.
It's your own fault. Hey, let me ask you this. If I paint my ass and walk backwards down Fremont Street, somebody takes a picture, should I feel embarrassed because I got caught with my pants down?
No, because you did it in the first place.
Then don't fight on Fremont Street pregnant, you dumb bitch. What the fuck? This is simple.
That's true. That is true.
And if she wouldn't have came for Sheena, Sheena wouldn't have came from her. It was like, ain't nobody heard from you in months, Ashley. You a sideshow in Vegas. Now all of a sudden you want to pipe up and talk about a real fighter? You brought it on yourself, stupid.
I get you. I get you. So I seen that she actually has boxed. Like, what weight class does she fight at?
150 fat.
150. Oh my goodness. So do you think the fight with her and Sheena will actually ever happen? Like realistically?
I think in a fucking food fight, that bitch wouldn't bust a grape. She ain't cutting that weight.
I get you. I get you.
You know what? I'm going to put it out there. If Ashley Futrell, because that's her real name, can cut down to Sheena's weight, I give her $500 cash, because I bet that ass she can't do it.
Oh, wow. There you go. Now, see, I will cut that clip. I will cut that. Okay, we kind of at the end of the podcast. Is there anybody that you want to thank? Anything that you want to say? Besides that, you are heated. You ready to go fight Trap and Ashley at the same time right now. Is there anything that...
I don't like his kind, man. I don't like anybody who uses lies and deceit to lure in young women into a situation that no fucking father would ever want their daughter in. I mean, this guy has kids and he's out here doing this shit to women. He's a puke. He's a fucking puke. And yeah, I do want to say that we don't need people like this in the game. This is how people end up in bad situations, you know, and this is how we get a bad name for ourselves, being grimy and greasy like that. I don't like it. I'll never stand for it. I will always fight for the rights of MMA fighters. I was one. I love these people. This is my community. This is not something that you can reach into and take what you want for any means necessary. We don't support that. We'll never support that, and I will continue to fight people like Trap for the rest of my life. I can't see it. I don't like his kind. But I want to thank you, and I want to thank Sheena for I think she handled herself great. You know, I think it, especially everything she's going through now, and I even want to thank Trap and Ashley for piping up so that anybody else in the world gave a fuck about what you have to say for 5 more goddamn minutes.
I get you. I get you. Wow. Well, well, it's definitely been awesome. I can't wait. I definitely have to have you on the podcast when we have another little conversation to talk about. Thank you. It looks like you at work, so I'll let you get back to work. Have a good day.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I was going to change the backdrop on this so that I had something nicer, but I figured it might be nice for the boy to see what it looks like when somebody has a goddamn job.
Oh,
and I'm ending this podcast with a I love you, Joel, and a fuck you, Trap Gambino, a.k.a. Travis Long.
okay, well, thank you for coming on, Shauna, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, brother.
All right,
Take it easy.
All right, catch you later. Well, that was Shauna Lubbers. There's no love lost between her and Trap and Ashley Gambino. They do not like each other. She didn't really have too much good to say. I would love to hear from Trap or Ashley or Trap and Ashley. I'm very curious to hear what they have to say. That got pretty savage. They definitely don't like each other. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. Wow. That was pretty rough. Well, thank you very much. And if you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button for more content. Usually try to keep it a little bit more classy, but sometimes, podcasts, they get rough. Thank you very much, and until next time.